Hast thou ever weighed a sigh, or studied the philosophy of tears, a science yet unlectured in our schools? Hast thou descended deep into the breast and seen their source? If not, descend with me, and trace these briny rivulets to their springs. Edward Young. There are 3 categories of tears: basal, reflex, and emotional. Research has recently shown that tears of the emotional variety are indeed more complex in composition than the others. They contain stress hormones, which suggest a detoxification purpose to the production of tears. As emotions relate to chemical signals, crying is a method of detox. But does tear composition differ between the kinds of emotions released? A study called The Topography of Tears reveals that tears produced by different circumstances appear structurally unique under a microscope. A similar project, Imaginarium of Tears, demonstrates the same speculation and begs for more research. A heavily questioned study done on water droplets suggests that positive and negative emotions and intentions may have a vibrational impact on the physical structure of this liquid that gives us life. This may seem like a stretch, but we are gradually becoming more aware of just how real our feelings are through tangible observation. According to traditional Chinese medicine philosophy, tears are the bodily fluid related to the liver organ system, which is also in charge of the smooth flow of emotions. An emotion becomes pathological when it is felt very intensely and/or for an extended period of time. Simply put, if an emotion gets stuck, it causes stagnation in the body and leads to the eventual manifestation of disease. So why do we cry? For many reasons, and usually complex ones. We are inherently complex beings after all. Does weeping show weakness? Helplessness? Vulnerability, certainly. The rest depends. What I have learned is that we are too complex for studies. Scientists have tried to understand the reasoning behind tears and the effects they have on ourselves and on each other. Crying has been shown to make one more relatable, more likely to be helped, and perceived as warm but less competent. But many modern studies seem to exhibit a two-dimensional perspective on human behavior. The ancient Ayurvedic understanding of crying relates the emotion felt to the position of the falling tears. From the outer corner of the eye comes tears of joy. From the center, tears of anger, and from the inner corner, frustration and grief. These are also correspond with the three doshas, Kapha, Pitta, and Vata, respectively. Ayurveda explains tears as liquefied crystals of emotions. Therefore, expression is emotional detox. Repression results, as you might have experienced, in a choking sensation, blockage of the throat chakra, in other words. Ayurveda states that this blockage results in endocrine gland dysfunction, thus again tying our emotional and physical bodies together through a holistic observation of the world. The social taboo against revealing intense emotion has shown much stoicism and societal strength, to be sure, but also great hardness of heart and health repercussions. Tears are a representation of strong emotions, and holding in and swallowing back creates stagnation. The goal is neither free flow nor mastery of emotion. I don't mean to claim that the raw display of emotion will solve all problems. Maybe you save it for later that day. Maybe for you this means weeping a few times a year. But if not through tears, then release through creative expression, storytelling, movement. These can be therapies, immeasurable medicines. I urge you to consider your emotions, and first justify them, acknowledge, and try to understand. Then release, and appreciate what you learn from each and every experience. Consider, for a moment, the letting go of things, setting loose the stream of emotion, perhaps in cathartic action. Sing it, move through it, scribble it out. Day after day, we stuff extra layers of feelings into our increasingly rigid boxes. We pack irritation onto our shoulders. We squeeze worry in between our eyebrows. We stifle fear in our caged hearts and wonder why loving ourselves is so difficult. Imagine if, every day, we let a little flow. Who would you be? When did you last cry? And why?